you guys didn't have venture cap backed to create who you are, which is a rare story. These days we're seeing Andreessen Horowitz place a lot of bets, putting a lot of smart money out there. Pantera Capital as well. A lot of them are really funding these things. And sometimes it's a blessing and it gets a lot of buying on the back of it. What are your thoughts on VC? Are you glad you stayed out of it? And for people starting off, would you ask people to do this, to get in touch with VC? Stanley said he emailed them from Helsinki and they all ignored him. So he had to go to the community and go to the tokens. Right. But these days, maybe there's more access. So what's your take on VC?
Right. Well, we have been very blessed to meet our funding round via private token sale. We didn't even make it to an ICO. We gathered money from 100-something investors. So, and we called the last train. Like the week after we finished, nobody was again meeting their funding target. So we raised $52.5 million.
A few years ago.
2018.
Okay.
March and April of 2018.
Like private token sale, not
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And this gave us the freedom to build the company. We delivered the platform a month after we finished that. Like 6% of all ICOs ever delivered the product. A month later, it was literally unheard of. But it was fintech's our background, so there was no question: are we going to do it? And when it was almost ready by the time we finished the token. So it's easy for me to stand up and say, do it without VC money. I know why this is not a viable option for everyone. We were blessed to have the initial bootstrapping and for quite a while. Not everybody gets this lucky in that sense. And then it's also about the business model. This past couple of years, I said I'm a conservative guy. I like the business to be making money. I don't want to have a projection for next quarter that I'm going to burn 200 million and go with that pitch deck to investors and say, okay, give me your money, I'm going to burn it. But we're going to have so many clients that ultimately in 5 years you will not know how much money you made. You'll not be able to believe it. And funny enough, that turned out to be true, for a great number of companies. But we always wanted to have a business case that makes sense. It can be sustainable, it can be profitable, and not that much worry about valuation, because we knew that it's a longer term game, ultimately, this way, but it gives you more freedom. You retain your company because we have competitors who are doing their series, I don't know which series, round of financing, whatever it is, and they've completely lost control of the company. It's not even a company anymore. And then, you take a regulatory hit as an industry and all your VC people, they get really nervous and everybody wants to get out, and, we have to do down rounds, which is like the worst thing possible. And with the way we have built the company of being self-sustainable, we can now do a funding round just for the prestige of it, to have the official valuation and the great backers who are going to be mentoring you, because, financing is just one part of the VC game. Is the great minds that come sit down with you and help you achieve the next level. This is, to me, actually the more important thing than just pure financing. Yes, we're for profit, and I love being successful, and I love all our people being successful, from the founders to the last employee. I think there's no nobility in poverty by any means. But at the end of the day, it's very important that these VCs guide you, because they've seen the cycles. Somebody like Andreessen Horowitz, those two, they have seen any side of the business, and they can give you insights and have you set your mind on things that you don't even fathom are possible. So I think that's the most valuable thing here.
So will you be doing a round?
We are preparing for a round.
Okay, with potentially some strategic VC.
For strategic VCs predominantly. The challenge for us is the same that the blockchain space has, is auditing the financials. It's quite complicated because the big four, they want to be the cool guys who can do blockchain audits, but truth of the matter is they don't even have the tools yet in place. So it's a very lengthy process. We have been working, our finance department has been working on that for the past 2 years, just helping them build out the tools. you're paying the accountants and helping them build the tools at the same time. It's somewhat twisted, but it is what it is. And we are at the finishing line. Just yesterday we released the first ever for a crypto lender proof of reserves audit. In real time, you can see our auditor. We work with Armanino, which is one of the 25 largest public accounting companies in the United States. And you have it on their website and ours, a real-time attestation that our assets exceed our liabilities by more than 100% at all times, And no crypto lender has this. So we're moving in that direction. It's going to take some time. And, VCs do give money to unaudited financials, but obviously lower valuations, and we're in no rush here. It's going to be a strategic play all out.